Welcome to KaiChi Live. I'm KaiChi, and this is my recap on the 2012 TMNT. This season 7, episode 8, titled Osoroshi no Tabi. Don't ask me what it means, I didn't look up or anything. After the Turtles, Usagi and Kentaro got away from Sumo Kumo and his mercenary samurais, in the last episode we see them left on a cliffhanger or a cliff jump. We see the Turtles and Usagi falling through the bunch of branches from the top of the tree. After falling to the ground and waking up moments later, we see Leo was angry with Usagi, saying that if he was leading, they could have taken on against Sumo Kumo and his mercenary samurais. I think Usagi replied that he was doing the best job at the moment. At this point, there is some tension between Usagi and Leonardo, and we see Leonardo want to leave without Usagi and asking his brother to come with him. But a few moments later, we see Mikey being the logical reason, mentioned that they should go with Usagi because he's the only one who knows how to get to the Sky Temple in order to get back home. And which Leonardo reluctantly agrees with Michelangelo and go with Usagi. Quintolo to the Sky Temple. At this point, it seems like the day was about to become night, and Usagi mentioned that in order to get to the Sky Temple, they need to go through a forest, the forest of Yokai. I'm not sure if that's what he said in the episode, but I think so is what it meant, the forest of Yokai. As usual, Kentaro was complaining on what's going on. And when they were mentioned about Yokai, he seems to be more afraid, and we see the rest of the turtle making fun of him. After walking through the forest for some time, we see they started to hear some strange noises coming from the forest. They were attacked by a yokai called Tanuki. It's some kind of raccoon-like looking animal. It has the ability to turn to shape-shift into different forms by using, according to Japanese mythology, they're able to use like leaves in order to transform to shape-shift to other creatures, objects, or animals. And we get a scene where they took both Michelangelo and Raphael to their base, I guess. I'm not sure, their home, and we see Leonardo, Usagi, and Donatello try to look for them. We also get some funny scenes with the Tanukis against Leonardo, Usagi, and Donatello when they try to get their brothers back. When the rest of the group was able to find the Tanukis' home, we see that they were, I guess, cooking. They tied Raphael and Michelangelo up. At first, Usagi warns Leonardo not to be rash, but Leonardo and Donatello rush in to save their brothers, and Usagi with no choice but to follow. And then we see that the turtles Usagi was no match against the Tanukis. The Tanukis was easily playful because for some reason they were able to teleport place to places, and when they do that, we see a bunch of leaves. They were able to untie both Michelangelo and Raphael, but with them they still would have no against the Tanukis. It was not until Usagi, or I think it was Leonardo or one turtle, asked Usagi on how to deal with the Tanukis. He mentioned that if they offer something to them, they will leave them alone. Also, as I mentioned before, that Usagi told the turtles that the Tanukis are either playful or trickster against travelers. So anyway, after Usagi offered a carrot to the Tanukis, Leonardo and the rest of the group asked Michelangelo to make the same offering, like your food as an offering. And Michelangelo mentioned that he's down to 2 slices, but anyway, the turtles made him to offer his last one slice of pizza to Tanukis, and the Tanukis agreed to leave them alone. After that, they continued their journey and come up to some caverns until they heard a voice. All the group rushed in to find out who was screaming for help, and they saw Akemi. I think the cat lady from the last episode. I think that's her name, Akemi. Anyway, at first Usagi was surprised to see her, and of course Leonardo and the rest of the turtles, tried to help, but it would turn out it was a trick. In fact, it was some kind of spider yokai, and they were tricking any travelers and the turtles or Usagi, any travelers into her den in order to feed on them. And we see a big battle going against the spider yokai. I think Usagi called her something, but I don't remember. But anyway, after a fight, but she was able to get upper hand, and she was able to drop them to her, I guess, her nest, where she spinned them up, and is about to feed on them. Fortunately for them, because the offering they made to the Tanukis was able to save them by tricking the spider yokai, and transformed to one the turtles running away, and the spider yokai went after them. Tanukis was able to free the turtles, Usagi, and help them get away. I think it was the middle of the night where the turtles and Usagi would come to go to set up camp. And they mentioned a few things that I guess it was either Raphael and Donatello. Oh yeah, I think it was Raphael and Donatello. Mentioned that if Kentaro was a little bit disciplined, he won't be a spoiled brat. But of course, Kentaro replied that he could hear them. Of course, the turtles replied back that they know. This we will get a scene between Usagi and Leonardo apologizing, for what happened, and he understands that this is his world, or something like that. It is his world, and he understands it more than him. And then offer to be on the first watch, so the rest of the group gets some sleep. A little while later, we see Leonardo, we see the group, sleeping, and we see Leonardo nodding off. And all of a sudden, Jade attacked them. The turtles tried to fight against Jade, but Jade was able to pick off, I guess it was either Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael easily. It seems like that he, killed them. And when he went after Leonardo, all of a sudden he was waking up by his brothers and Usagi. It turns out that it was all a dream, that Jay was attacking them in their dream. When the rest of the brothers attacked, they woke up and Leonardo was last to wake up from the dream, from the attack of Jade. This is where the episode ends. We see the Leonardo, I think it was daytime now, or at least close to daytime. We see the turtles, Usagi and Kitaro, once again begin their journey to the Sky Temple, which is located on top of a mountain, a snowy mountain, and they have to be ready against Jade. Overall, there was a adventure episode. It doesn't actually move the episode. We see some tension between Leonardo and Usagi, but it was able to not wrap up, more like settle near the end, because they're in an unknown world, and Usagi is the one that's trying to help. And sometimes things just happen, and you just have to move on and move forward. Like I mentioned in my last episode, the world of Yojimbo Usagi. I should also mention that during that time, Kentaro called Usagi Yojimbo. I don't understand what it means. I didn't look it up either. Maybe I'll look it up later. But anyway, yeah, he was mentioned as Yojimbo. Anyway, like I mentioned in my last episode, the world of Yojimbo Usagi was fun. I'm surprised, like in the last episode, I was surprised that they haven't adapted to a cartoon or made into a cartoon yet, and I kind of want to see it now. And if what's the guy, the producer, Zero something? He's the producer of this incarnation of Teenage Mutant 2017. I'm hoping that maybe he could do something with it, or maybe someone adapt Yojimbo Usagi, because I really want to see the world. And since this episode, we get to see a little bit more, the mythical thing, the yokai, and a bunch of other stuff. I want to see more of that world, but maybe someday, hopefully in the near future, that someone adapted to it. As I mentioned before, this is more like an adventure episode than anything. They didn't really move the plot, but we get to see, the world of Usagi. And I'm look forward to the next episode. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, hit that like button. Click over here to watch my previous video. Click over here to watch my previous recaps from the 2012 TMNT. And go over here. Subscribe to my channel, KaiChi Life, for future nerd geeky videos. Thank you.